This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report, presented by U.S. Bank. Big league games mixed with spring tournament games. We'll have the title game from the Willie Stargell Classic as Ensenal meets Alameda, the Alhambra Classic title game, and Sacred Heart Cathedral battles Serra.
We have great softball action with St. Francis and Silver Creek, volleyball with Willow Glen and Leland. Lacrosse features Menlo and Amador Valley, and the story of the Valley Christian football star and his road to a D1 scholarship. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report, presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight with action in the Foothill Livermore Tournament featuring top teams from the East Bay.
First off, it's Diablo Foothill League power Camp Lindo. Do you think John Torchia will be there?
He will be there.
He'll be there?
Yes.
He plays baseball too?
He does. 3 sports.
I can't get rid of this guy. Camp Lindo facing the Freedom Falcons for the Bay Valley League, a tournament first-round game played on Wednesday. Freedom and Campo Lindo facing off in the annual Big O Tires tournament. Falcons getting started early with a grounder up the middle for Campo to turn 2. They get 1, but the ball gets away at first, allowing Kieran Paris to score the first run of the game. Cougs now at the plate. This one is laced down the line, and Nico Capsaliaris with a terrific play, getting the out at first and leaving Campo scoreless. Great play there. Fast forward to the third. This is the pitcher who started on the mound, Andrew Neal, with a liner to the gap, scoring Capsaliaris, and Ryan McKinley. Neal will come in standing with the triple and then takes off for the plate, gets hit in the back, and Freedom now leads it 5-0. Next inning, Falcons flashing some more leather. This one is laced toward the gap, but in comes Nick Casada with a tumbling catch. Cougars bats will then come alive in the fourth. Ryan Reagan with a shot up the middle. The throw at the plate is not in time as Ryan McNally scores, and Reagan is safe at second. Campo now trailing by just 1, but the Falcons will bring the hot bat and rally in the 7th. Ryan McKinley with a screaming liner down the line. This one rolls all the way to the wall. He'll stroll into second and bring home Paris and Capsaliaris, sealing the deal for Freedom as the Falcons go on for the first-round win in the tournament. 14-6 was the final.
Homestead head coach Eric Peeney firing up the boys before they take on Los Gatos. First inning, Kieran Ozawa burns up for the Mustangs, gets a hold of that one, hitting it off the top of the right field fence. Nice hit, but he gets stranded. Jumping to the fourth, still scoreless, 2 outs. Ryan Yee keeps the inning going for the Mustangs with the base hit to right. A walk puts runners on first and second. LG gets the K, but the ball gets by. Franklin Nagai hustles to first. The ball is thrown away. Yee comes in to score. Next up, it's Ryan Perry with runners on first and third. He hits a tough, slow roller. There's no play. Michael Dixon scores to put Homestead up 2-0. LG strings some hits together in the 6th. Here's Jared Mazzaferro with the leadoff hit up the middle. Then it's Cats pitcher Luke Short with the base hit through the 5-6 hole. Runners on first and second. Tommy Troy hits a grounder that gets through the infield. Mazzaferro heads home, and he slides in safe to pull within 2. But the Mustangs answer back. Yee hits a high fly ball to deep center off the fence for the stand-up double. Yee advances to third on a wild pitch, and with no outs, Nagai does his job, hitting the fly ball to the opposite side for the sac fly. Scoring Yee, the Mustangs hold on to win it 3-1 as they take home Game 1 of the series, taking first place in the De Anza division.
The Rural Catholic Mariners getting set to take on Alhambra in the Livermore Stampede. Alhambra gets on the board first. Justine De La Cruz Carranza sends it to left. That one falls. Jessica Nunez and Lindsay Osmer score. An error would bring in another 3-0 Dogs. The Mariners load the bases in the second. Ariel Costa takes ball 4. Haley Fuentes comes in 3-1. But the Bulldogs get that run back in the home half as Nunez skies it to center, deep enough to score Kira Nelson for 1 Alhambra. Hannah Ruvakaiba keeps it going for the Dogs in the third as she ropes one to right for a triple. Lily Belton scores 5-1 Alhambra. A couple of batters later, it's Sarah Shepard getting in on the action. It's a base knock. Ruvakaiba scores 6-1 Bulldogs after 3. But Moreau rallies back. Acosta shoots one past the infield as Fuentes and Haley Santa Cruz score. Jessica Comse keeps the comeback going with a solid single to left. Jordan Adami comes in to score. Next batter, Gabrielle Perez, and she drills it to right. That one's going to roll for a while as Perez gets the triple. Acosta and Kamesh score, and we're tied at 6-all. But the Bulldogs answer back in the 5th as De La Cruz Carranza ropes one to right. It's a double as Alhambra wins it 7-6, part of the Livermore Stampede.
The Amador Valley Dons geared up and ready to take on Menlo in this non-league game. And with a blink of an eye, the Dons grab an early lead. Sophia Sheblock to Maddie Sweeney to Bella Mayo for the goal. 8 minutes in, Menlo down by 2, but the Knights keep it close as Bella Scola picks up a loose ball at midfield and jets her way down the field, bringing it home to pull within 1. But the Dons extend their lead as Sam Nemo comes up with the steal in front of the net and puts it away for the 6-2 lead. Little time left in the first half. Amador on the attack. Mayo drives through the middle, and despite a strong defense, a sophomore fires it in to make it 11-6 at the half. The Knights turn up the energy in the second, though. Charlotte Swisher finds Tatum Constant inside to pull Menlo within 3. But with 2 minutes left in the game, the Dons close the door as Catherine Murphy passes to wide open Mackenzie Riddle, and she finds the back of the net as the Dons take the 18-12 victory with Bella Mayo and Maddie Sweeney leading the way with a combined 11 goals.
Each week, the Riker Center presents the Player of the Week award.
The announcement made in a wrap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Riker Center. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Go high, Players of the Week. Risk. Yeah. Amador Valley has Danielle Williams. They are on the road giving out hurting feelings. 18 out of 21 out, so many of them we almost lost count. Face 22 batters over 1 struck out. They are on the road, can get stuck now. Undefeated in the seasons, not even the beginning. Thanks to Danielle Williams, the Dons will keep winning. 8 seasons in a row though, on top since 2010. Now on the CCS, it has become a quest for Tommy Troy and the Los Gatos Wildcats. Shortstop with the Bayo style check. He's traveling through bases like a diplomat. 3 RBIs and 3 runs. Opposition on the run called the Wild Rats. We can keep on going, I can file facts. His numbers so big I can use his stats to fill out a form just to file taxes. Tell Troy just to keep on flexing. Yeah, these are your Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's a 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
Is your shoulder dislocated or separated? Injuries to the joints around the shoulder can be confusing because it depends on which joint is involved. Dislocations involve the glenohumeral joint. This is the main ball and socket of the shoulder joint. These can be in different directions and usually involve injury to the labrum, the rubbery bumper around the socket. Dislocations need to be reduced or put back in place. Once in, they can be treated with physical therapy, but if it's severe or keeps popping out, surgery may be necessary. Separations, on the other hand, involve the acromioclavicular joint. This is the connection between your collarbone and the shoulder blade. Most separations are mild to moderate and can be treated in a sling. You might have a permanent noticeable bump, but this usually doesn't cause any problems. More severe separations are less common, but might need surgical repair.
Coming up, the Block Construction NCS Blockbuster game. It's the final game in the Alhambra Easter Classic.
And softball with St. Francis visiting Silver Creek. But first, here's a World Games Top 10 softball poll.
When you're ready to buy a house, a mortgage from U.S. Bank could help make it possible. And a dedicated financial partner will be with you every step of the way. See about pre-qualifying today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
At Stanford Healthcare, we can now repair complex aortic aneurysms without invasive surgery. If we can do that, imagine what we can do for varicose veins. And if we can precisely treat eye cancer with minimal damage to the rest of the eye, imagine what we can do for glaucoma, even cataracts. If we can use DNA to diagnose the rarest of diseases, imagine what we can do for the conditions that affect us all. Imagine what we can do for you.
At South County, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, we are the #1 volume dealer in the state, #1 Pacifica hybrid dealer in the nation, and we received the 2018 #1 Customer First Award. Take advantage of great deals during our spring sales event. Take home a new 2018 Chrysler Pacifica with third row seating, wireless connectivity, rear camera, and more for only $19,777. Why would you buy anywhere else? Drive a little, save a lot in Gilroy.
We're back at Levi Stadium with our NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game. This week we feature the final game of the Alhambra Easter Classic. This is always a great tournament, mostly because they always give me, I mean, there's great teams, yes, but they always give me great food from their snack shack, tri-tip sandwiches, and they never make me pay.
But Kiara has that game.
What?
Yeah, that's Kiara's game.
She's shooting it?
Yes.
How did that happen?
It's our NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game, and our Kiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Big game today as Dougherty Valley and Antioch meet in the championship game of the 49th annual Alhambra Easter Classic. Now, Dougherty Valley advancing to this game with the 2-0 win over Alhambra. Starting at shortstop for the Wildcats and batting third will be senior Matt Jew. He's hitting over 400 with a .514 on-base percentage. For Antioch, look for senior Josh Cardova. The captain is hitting .458, leading the team with 12 RBIs. It's Dougherty Valley and Antioch in this week's NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game.
We start in the bottom of the first inning. Antioch with runners at first and third. Colby Finch draws the throw to second. Taking off for home is RJ McDowell, and he is safe for the 1-0 lead. We jump to the fourth. Ryan Grove leads off the inning for the Wildcats with a shot down the left field line for a stand-up double. An intentional walk and balk puts runners at second and third with Bobby Martinez at the plate, and he comes in clutch with a 2-run double. Fifth inning, Wildcats looking to extend their lead, but Antioch right fielder Sebastian Palma makes the tough grab for out one. He throws to first for the double play. The Panthers use that to get the bats going. Finch ropes one through the infield for a single. Next up, it's Josh Cardova, and the captain goes Oppo Taco as he lasers it down the right field line all the way to the fence to score Finch to tie it 2-2. Sixth inning, Antioch looking for the lead, but the Wildcats have a very strong outfield. Right fielder Grove fields the ball and fires to first to get the out. Tied ball game heading into the seventh. Matt Jew laces one through the 5-6 hole for the leadoff single. A double will put runners on second and third with Grove at the plate with no outs. He executes and hits a deep fly ball, scoring Jew. The Wildcats add another off a sac fly and hold on to win it 4-2. Senior Bobby Martinez with a few words after the game.
Our strengths are really just our defense. We play really solid defense. I think we've only had a couple errors all season. So our strengths are pitching and defense, and our hitting is timely. And we don't really have like real big hitters, but
yeah, we do.
But you know, we get timely hitting, and the defense really comes up clutch.
In Alhambra with our blockbuster game, I'm Kiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The Silver Creek Raiders getting ready to host the St. Francis Lancers. Top of the first, St. Francis on the board. It's the freshman, Sydney Einhorn, with a runner at third, and Sydney does her job lifting the ball to right. The sac fly scores Sarah Steffens, 1-0 Lancers. Bottom of the first, and the Raiders get the run back. Alohi Apala sends this one to deep center field. It will fall at the base of the fence. Alohi is really fast, so she races to third with a stand-up triple. Next batter is Italia Cuenga, who kills some worms here as she chops it through the middle, scoring Apala, and we're tied at 1-1. Silver Creek gets two more in the bottom of the second as Ariana Mendoza sends a rocket between the fielders in left center. The double part of a 2-for-3 day for Ariana. Later in the inning, bases loaded for Cuenga, and once again she sends it up the middle. Mendoza scores. Here comes Adriana Noriego with the slide. 3-1 Silver Creek. The Lancers get one back in a hurry as Hannah DeMoore gets all of this one. A solo blast over the fence in left center as the Raiders' lead is cut to 3-2. Same score bottom of the fourth as Cuenga continues her big day with a blistering shot to left. It goes all the way to the fence, the double part of a 4-for-4 day for Cuenga. With two outs, the freshman Kira Park sends a clutch base hit up the middle. Scoring from second is Cuenga as the Raiders win it 4-2. Raiders pitcher Clarissa Ramirez doing a fine job on the mound to get the win. Silver Creek now 9-2 on the season.
The Leland Chargers getting fired up for their match against the Willow Glen Rams. We start off with heavy Leland action. Travis Nguyen finds Preston Worth to Josh Kim for the kill. Leland with the 4-point lead. Kim comes out of nowhere here to pass the ball to Worth, setting it up for Brett Mason. He tips it over, and Leland goes up 1-0. Into the second, Mason connects with Josh Lee, who sends it back to Mason and fires a rocket over the net. 14-7 Chargers. The Rams with the response, though, is Kander Herbert to Jackson Dupler. Back to Herbert, who slams it into the hardwood, but Leland takes the set 25-14. In the third, Kim to Josh Lee to Mason, and he finds a hole in the defense. Chargers trail by 1. Leland sending it over the net, but Sam Chamberlain is there to fire it right back. The Rams are pretty happy about that one. Devin Welnack bumps it to Zach Wright, who sets it right for Herbert, and he kills it to take the set 25-22. Willow Glen. But the Chargers are just too good in this one. New win to Word to Denny Zhu, and that ends the match as Leland takes the last set 25-9. Mason with 13 kills.
The Sereno Group and U.S. Bank bring us the Coach of the Week award each week. This week's Coach of the Week is Sarah head coach Chris Huell. The Padres picking up a huge league win last week. The Padres will now receive tickets to an upcoming Oakland A's game.
The Red Sox are coming to the Coliseum April 20th. Get tickets for that game and you'll get a free Green Fridays Matt Chapman jersey.
Very nice. Coming up, second round action from the Foothill Livermore Tournament.
And the heartwarming story of the Valley Christian football star and his road to a D1 scholarship. Our U.S. Bank future leader is next. But first, here's a tip from one of the sports offered at the Silver Creek Sportsplex.
I'm Coach Allie, and today I'm going to talk to you about a different sport we offer at the Silver Creek Sportsplex, basketball. If you want to play more aggressively, become a better communicator. Talk more out on the floor, especially on defense. If you're guarding the ball, tell them. If you're running the floor and you're wide open for a layup, call for it. Your teammates and your coaches will appreciate it more when you communicate because it shows that you're more aggressive.
For almost 50 years, Block Construction has been enhancing the Greater Bay Area and Central Coast, transforming the Northern California landscape, building corporate offices, schools, health and wellness centers, research labs, historic and non-profit buildings, using innovative and sustainable techniques, delivering safety and quality, creating trusting lifelong partnerships. Block Construction, building futures since 1970.
See it, hear it, feel it. Monster Jam! See Gravedigger, Max D, El Toro Loco, and more. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Must have valid event ticket to enter. Get your $10 pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Restrictions and additional charges may apply. Coming to Levi Stadium, April 28th. For tickets and show information, visit monsterjam.com. Lock in your seats today.
The Rikus Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rikus Center offers a diverse community service program, allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements.
Back at Levi Stadium in the NBC Sports Studio with a second round game from the Foothill Livermore Tournament. The bracket in this one moved around a bit because of the rain on Friday.
Yeah, that was really smart. So the early round games were moved up a day, making Thursday a busy day in this tournament. Here is one of the Thursday second round games.
The Heritage Patriots sporting the freshest uniforms in the Bay in their tourney game against Foothill. Bottom of the third, runners on first and second after stealing second. Jeremy Leah steals third. That puts runners on the corners for Sam Zevanove. He goes back up the middle, scoring Leah. Foothill up 1-0. 4 batters later, Max Macelo puts a bunt down with the bases loaded, and it's perfect. Brett Hansen scores 2-0 Falcons after 3. Dylan Potgeiser stepped onto the mound in relief, and he did a great job. Pot, as his teammates call him, with 6 Ks. Bottom 5, layup to bat, and he hits it deep in the gap. That's a triple for the speedy Leah. He scores Sam Nowitzki to make it a 3-0 game. Then it's Brett Hansen knocking it through the middle of the infield. Falcons up by 4. And they aren't done quite yet. It's Owen Camp this time dropping it in front of the center fielder to score Macelo to make it 5-0. But the Patriots would put together a rally in the 6th. Runner on second for Oscar Murray. He hits it deep, and it's off the bottom of the fence. Keith Jones heads home for the first Patriot run. 2 batters later, it's 5-2, and Bryce Arano comes up big time with a double down the left field line to score Jeff Heinrich. But bottom of the 6th, it's 7-3 when Sam Nowitzki goes oppo. It rolls to the fence, scoring both Roman Sehagan and Pot Geyser. The Foothill Falcons take this one by a final of 9-3.
Two boys volleyball now with Fremont playing Red Hot Wilcox on Wednesday. Fremont's Jerence Campignon receives the serve and gets it to Krishna Gamatam. He sets Tom Huang, who finishes with the dink. Gamatam continuing to set up his teammates. He sets Francis Ignacio, who gets the kill here, cutting Wilcox's lead to 4 late in the first. Still, Wilcox takes the first. Second set was back and forth with Wilcox pulling away to take it. Michael Crouch placing the ball perfectly in the Fremont corner for the set-winning point. Third set, Michael Crouch meets Joe G. set way up there, slamming it home to give Wilcox the 6-5 lead. Couch extends the play here, and Joe Pham finishes it, finding the opening in Fremont's wall for the point. Hoon Cho settles the serve from Fremont's Hayden Van Steenberg, getting it to G, who delivers a set right into Davies' wheelhouse. It's 10-9 Wilcox. Similar play here with Hoon Cho settling the serve. G gets it and uses Davy as a decoy, finishing the play with a behind-the-back dink as Wilcox wins it in 3 sets. U.S. Bank brings us stories each week on athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to become future leaders.
Robert, we've all heard of the expression, when opportunity knocks, answer the door. Tonight, our U.S. Bank future leader shows us just what can be achieved by seizing those opportunities.
D'Angelo McKenzie is 3 months away from his first collegiate football practice at Washington State, 5 months from his first game. An opportunity D'Angelo doesn't plan to waste because where he grew up, opportunities were few and far between.
I was kind of just like in like a bad situation, like gangs and stuff around me and stuff, so it's just hard living.
D'Angelo grew up in Stockton. His earliest memory was living with his mother in subsidized housing. His mom had a drug problem, and D'Angelo recalls being just 5 years old when there was an incident in a hotel room. Right after that, he moved in with his father, but
my dad went to prison, so I stayed with my uncle and my cousins. It was kind of a hard time to stay there. My uncle had a girlfriend that also had 4 other kids, so she had all daughters, so her daughters were with her, and then my 4 cousins stayed in the house, plus me. Me and the boys slept in the living room on the couch. Later on, my dad had got out, but he had got a girlfriend. So he moved in with her, and I guess since he was stable there now, so he came and got me.
D'Angelo and his father's girlfriend didn't get along, and one morning at school, D'Angelo was presented with his first opportunity.
I got a call in the office, and they're like, D'Angelo, come to the office, your grandmother's here for you. So my grandma came, and she's like, hey, we're coming to take you to San Jose, it's gonna be better for you.
Well, his mom called me, told me to bring him down here, give him a better opportunity in life.
D'Angelo's grandma gave him the opportunity for a better life, and it turns out her son Lamont would give him the chance to thrive.
He would just take me out every day to the park, show me technique, and just get me going and stuff. And then 2006 in December, which is actually his birthday, he passed away. Ever since, I kind of just been playing football for him too, and like he's just up there watching me, and hopefully he's proud. And I just try to make him proud.
But Division I football, college, that was the opportunity Wendy Zubillaga presented to him.
You guys want a lemonade or something?
Today, D'Angelo lives with Wendy and her family. Her 2 twin sons, Jimmy and Johnny, are both seniors at Valley Christian.
I met Jimmy first, and me and Jimmy became really close because we were playing football and stuff. And after I told him I had trouble in like geometry and stuff, so he started helping me, and every night I would go over there and get help and stuff.
He's just a wonderful boy, and it just made sense for him to stay with us. We live close to the school. The boys have the same schedule, and he needs some additional resources to get him on track for college too that we were already working on with the boys.
D'Angelo moved in the day after his 17th birthday. Wendy took him on all of his college visits: UCLA, Notre Dame, Washington State.
You know, you automatically love your own kids and you love your own siblings, but watching our whole family unit bring somebody else into our lives and love him as if he's our own, it's been wonderful.
He's not really my friend, he's like my brother. Being with him is literally like being able to say like, yeah, that's my brother. Like when people see me in stores with him, or people see him saying, hey, what's up, Mom, to Wendy, like everyone's like, whoa, like what's going on with that? Like how does that happen? And we're just like, oh, that's my brother.
Oh, Johnny! It's just some people touch your heart different than others, and it was an opportunity for us to really help make a difference in somebody's life. You know, a lot of people say that we've changed his, but I think he's changed ours just as much, if not more.
D'Angelo recognizes just how fortunate he is for the opportunities. He still has siblings living in Stockton.
First thing I tell myself I learned how to do, because my parents really didn't like help me and stuff, was learn how to love. Because I was the one that was taking care of my brothers and sisters. And I kind of tell myself, like, I just work hard and do what I do so I can, when I get older, I can provide for my brother and sister and help them.
Provide opportunity. But one thing can't be overlooked. No matter how many doors opened for D'Angelo, it was his decision to enter them.
And as if this story couldn't get any more heartwarming, Jimmy, Wendy's son, plans on following D'Angelo to Washington State. He talked to the coach, and he'll be the team's equipment manager.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's Blindside all over again.
It really is.
That was a movie.
Yeah.
With Sandra Bullock. You heard of it?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, okay.
Seen it a couple times.
One Hit Away brings us great advice on concussion prevention each week.
Here's Dr. Ron Desmaris with this week's tip.
Take the symptoms of a concussion seriously. Do not challenge a concussion. It's not worth it. Here are some of the symptoms: dizziness, nausea, blurred vision, light and sound sensitivity, irritability, sadness, confusion, attention and memory, disruptive sleep, lack of appetite, and loss of energy. As a parent, sibling, coach, or teammate, you know this person well and will notice the signs sooner than others. Speak up and protect that brain. There's no wrong decision in doing the right thing when it comes to your brain health. One Hit Away understands that your brain can change your game.
Coming up is the South County Chrysler Game of the Week as Encinal meets Alameda again.
And two of the Bay Area's best softball teams with Livermore and Amador Valley next. In 2006, a small group of dedicated, experienced real estate top producers broke from the tradition of large-scale real estate mega companies. Our goal was to form an upscale boutique agency with an unprecedented knowledge of the local market and community. We are the best and the brightest top producing agents in Silicon Valley, agreeing to collaborate to leverage our talents and ensure the success of every opportunity for our clients. And we give back with $500,000 a year, annually going out to 24 different organizations. Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime real estate broker, and I'm teamed up with Keith Andry, my favorite son-in-law. Many of you remember Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband. We both support high school sports.
Hi, John Failer out of Saratoga and Santa Clara. I am very proud to support Northern California Bay Area high school sports.
There's a shot!
Lima towards the byline, crosses it, wants the header, Vaco loose, Vaco! Long ball for Wondolowski. Wando takes the shot, back post, the captain scores.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction. Together, building greatness. By the Silver Creek Sportsplex, the Bay Area's premier sports and fitness destination. The Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer.
This season, South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge brings us the Game of the Week. That means a reporter on scene, team interviews, and Game of the Week t-shirts. This week's South County Chrysler Game of the Week is Encinal and Alameda.
Didn't we do that
we
just
did.
like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Well, it does sound familiar because that one did not get decided. It ended in a tie. So we give it another try in the title game of the Willie Stargell Classic, played on Wednesday.
Ensenada leadoff hitter Alex Olasis getting warmed up, but we're going to start these highlights with Alameda bats, bottom of the second, runners on first and second for Zach Servich, who hits one high and deep over the center fielder's head. Ryan Wong and Kyle Quilisi come around to score. The Hornets put 2 on the board. Next batter is Chris Regan, and he gets all of that one, goes deep to right center, just out of the outfielder's reach. Jack Loudon scores to make it 3-0. But top of the third, the Jets fight back. Here's Olasis roving one to left. He leads off the inning with a single. Then it's the Jets' big man, Osiris Johnson. He turns on the low and in pitch. Must have been in his wheelhouse because that one's not coming back. The Cal State Fullerton commit cuts the deficit to 1 with the 2-run bomb. And next batter is Sandeep Mall, who absolutely crushes that one, a liner over the left fielder for the stand-up double. And next batter is lefty Jariah Lewis. He hits one right back up the middle. Mall comes home to tie this one at 3. It goes under the center fielder's glove, and Lewis speeds his way into third. He would say stranded there. Bottom of the inning, runner on second for Max Nyrop. He crushes it down the left field line. It hits off the fence. Tristan Wiley scores. Nyrop with the RBI double. Fast forward to the bottom of the 6th, and we're tied at 4. The Hornets cleanup man Brian Wu turns on it. It goes deep, but it hits the netting. Wu gets himself a long single. 2 batters later, they're 2 on for Kyle Quilisi, and he hits it hard, and it goes under the second baseman's glove. Wu scores. The Jets' Cooper Vasquez guns out the runner at third for the first out. But the Hornets aren't done. Jordan Kim cashes in with the bases juiced. Quilisi and Sam Wettergren score, and in the top of the 7th, Wu strikes out the Jets' cleanup hitter to put this one away. The Alameda Hornets are the champions of the Willie Stargell Classic. We caught up with the Hornets after the win. Stopping by after their tournament championship, the Alameda Hornets. Our game MVP goes to Brian Wu. Brian, the last time you guys played your rivals, Ensenada, you ended in a tie. What did you take away from last game that helped you this game?
Just came in more mentally focused. You know, last time I think we were a bit on the sleepy side, and just this time we really want to get out there, start attacking from the beginning, and then just, you know, carried over in the energy, and it carried us to the win.
Yeah. And we're going to talk to Zach next. Zach, undefeated on the season. What has led to you guys racking up all those wins?
You know, we're feeling good right now. We're very confident every day. But at the moment, you know, we got like, 8 wins or something. It doesn't really matter to the end. So, yeah, we're just going to keep on going to the end.
Good. Now, Sam Wettergren, 2 weeks ago, you were playing in the state championship basketball game.
Yeah,
what has that transition been like coming back to baseball?
Baseball is a whole different story. It's a different family, different journey, and I'm just putting that away, and now it's time to play with my family.
You happy to be with your boys? You happy to be with your boys?
Yeah, it's my boys, honestly. That's what I love you guys. Love you guys.
These are the Alameda Hornets. Guys, take us out.
Oh, let's go.
The Lady Dons from Amador Valley hosting the Livermore Lady Cowboys in this East Bay League matchup. Amador coming out hot. Valerie Torres Colon starting the home half of the first. It's a liner to right. Here's something you don't normally see in a softball game. A leadoff inside the park home run, and the Dons are up 1-0. Then one of the nation's best pitchers, Danielle Williams, who can also bring some power with a shot to center, and that one is gone. A 2-run bomb for Williams. Next inning, the Northwestern-bound senior doing what we're all familiar with, shutting the door by striking out 3 straight batters to retire the side. Home half with the runners in scoring position as Danielle Williams brings the power again. It's a double to the wall that brings home Torres Colon and Chloe Engel, and Amador Valley is up 5-0. Fast forward to the 4th. Madison Kawadi laces this one through the infield, breaking up the no-hitter, but she was stranded. Top 5 Amador flashing some leather. Chloe Engel with the slip and slide catch on her knees to keep the shutout, and Williams shuts the door, finishing it up with 3 hits and 7 shutout innings while striking out 15 as Amador Valley wins it 6-0. Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek is honoring athletes who do great volunteer work in their community.
The voting is going on now, and it's really tight, so go to the Lexus of Stevens Creek Facebook page or website at lexusofstevenscreek.com to vote for your favorite volunteer. $10,000 in scholarships up for grabs.
Very nice. Coming up, West Catholic League Baseball with Sarah and Sacred Heart Cathedral.
And boys lacrosse with Calmont and Menlo Atherton. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank.
We are back at Levi Stadium with action from the West Catholic League. Both Serra and Sacred Heart Cathedral are playing very well this season. But this is the West Catholic League where nearly every team is good, so you have to be great every single game.
Yeah, every single game is very important in these league standings. Serra and Sacred Heart Cathedral battling in San Mateo this week.
The Serra Padres taking the field as they host Sacred Heart Cathedral. The Padres get on the board first in the first. Cameron Barstad skies one to left. That's deep enough to score Christopher Fung, who slides in safely at home. 1-0 Serra after one. Mitchell Scott in control in the early going as he gets the K here. Scott finishing with 7 strikeouts on the day. SHC threatening with the bases loaded in the fourth. Danny Hinderleiter draws the walk as Keyshawn Ogans comes in to score to tie it up at 1-1. Save score in the 7th inning for Ogans, who smokes one all the way to the left field wall. That allows Martin Chavarria and Connor LaChapelle to score 3-1 Irish. A walk would load the bases for Hinderleiter, who sends a shot through the right side as Jesse Guevara comes home for 1 SHC. But the Padres fight back in the home half. Noah Marcello with a fly ball to center, deep enough to score Zach Button for 2 Irish. Serra would load the bases for Kyle Leventhal, who hits it deep to left field. That's a double as Parker O'Regan and Shane Wallace score, and we're tied at 4-all. And we go to extra innings. The Padres load the bases again in the 8th for Fung, who takes one for the team with the hit by pitch. Nicholas Lopez scores. Take your base, Chris. That's a walk-off hit by pitch as Serra goes on to win it to go to 3-2 in the West Catholic League. They were very happy about it. 5-4 was your final in 8 innings.
The Menlo Atherton Bears are pumped up for their game against the visiting Carlmont Scots. The Bears going strong to begin. Jack Hansen finds Tristan Uphoff, who nails it for MA to tie it at 1. Then it's Jack Hansen again, but taking matters into his own hands. Bears up by 2. Uphoff passes to Andrew Ojeda for the quick stick to end the first 4-1 Menlo Atherton. Into the second, Uphoff connects with Chris DeCibo. After the spin move, he's got the goal, 7-point advantage for the Bears. We jump to the 4th. Jason Delcardaire fights a possession and nails it from downtown, 13-2 Bears. Then it's Delcardaire assisting Adrian Cunningham for the goal. And we got another Carlmont goal with Harris Branch nailing that shot. The Scots don't give up. Ralph Holmes comes running down the field, bounces the ball into the net, takes a tumble, but he's all good. Carlmont's hot streak ends there. Evan Siegel finds Brandon McLaughlin for the last goal of the game. The Menlo Atherton Bears win this one 14-5. 3 Bears scoring 3 goals.
Synergy Environmental Solutions celebrate players who go all out for their team, just like Synergy goes all out for its customers.
Doing the dirty work this week is Lee's Griffin Quadro. The Longhorns down by 1 late in the game. The pitch gets away. Here comes Quadro scoring the tying run. A close play at the plate, but Griffin is safe. Griffin Quadro doing the dirty work, just like Synergy Environmental Solutions. Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send them to you digitally. Go to CalHighSportsBayArea.com to order.
And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and Instagram. If you like us on your TV, you should go ahead and give us a like on Facebook and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll let you know when new videos are ready to watch.
South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge cares about our Bay Area young people.
So every week they bring us tips on how our teens can drive more safely. Here's this week's safe driving tip.
Hello, I'm Max McCash from Leland High School, and I'm here to bring you this week's South County Chrysler driving tip. Don't think all the attention paid to teens driving more safely is a joke. This is serious. Between 5,000 and 7,500 teens are killed each year in the United States because of traffic crashes. Pay attention and be careful when you drive. You don't want to become the next statistic.
Coming up, our second Block Construction Blockbuster game. It's action from the Elite 8 tournament played at St. Francis.
And Wilcox meets rival Santa Clara in De Anza Division softball next.
The difference between impossible and possible? It's a person who believes they can, saving toward their goal with a bank that believes they can too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
At South County, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, we are the #1 volume dealer in the state, #1 Pacifica hybrid dealer in the nation, and we received the 2018 #1 Customer First Award. Take advantage of great deals during our spring sales event. Take home a new 2018 Chrysler Pacifica with third row seating, wireless connectivity, rear camera, and more for only $19,777. Why would you buy anywhere else? Drive a little, save a lot in Gilroy.
The Rica Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
Hi, I'm Tom McGraw, and I have the privilege of serving as CEO of First National Bank of Northern California. It's also been a privilege to grow up and make my home in the beautiful Bay Area and play high school sports just like many of you. We're proud to support local businesses and homeowners, as well as the hardworking youth and student athletes in the Bay Area. Come in and meet us and see how community banking really makes a difference in building stronger neighborhoods. Come into a branch and say hi.
Where everybody knows your name. Back at Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio with action from the Elite 8 tournament played at St. Francis this week. This tournament featuring top teams from all around California.
The final games were played on Thursday. Here's action from the game with the top Bay Area team in action. It's our second Block Construction blockbuster game tonight, and Robert was there with no free food.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Tonight's Elite 8 final game features two teams from two of the best leagues in the Bay Area. The St. Francis Lancers representing the West Catholic League. They are the home team. And the Monte Vista Mustangs representing the East Bay League. The Lancers beating Casa Grande to get here. Monte Vista beating Santa Cruz to get to this final game. The big mystery tonight, when will the rain come and how will it affect this game? It is the Block Construction blockbuster game. Super Bowl champ Zach Ertz with his mom Lisa checking out little brother Jackson on the mound, and right away here's Jackson hit in the chest, then scrambles after the ball and tosses it to first for the out. Great play, Jackson Ertz. St. Francis with the bases loaded in the second for Kevin Kamak, who bounces it slowly to the left side. No play there. Scoring is Cole Sperling, 1-0 Lancers. Same inning as Izzy Galindo does a job here. Izzy lifting this one deep enough for Cooper Ford to score, and the Lancers have a 2-0 lead in the second inning. The Lancers looking for more in the second, but a fine play here by the Mustangs. J.L. Meyer racing in and diving to make the catch. But with two outs, here's Momo Wilmer keeping the drive alive with a hot shot that falls. Momo, a fine three-sport star for the Lancers. They get one more run in the inning. 3-0 Saints, and pitcher Gianluca Shin doing a fine job with 4 Ks and just one earned run in 5 1/3. Shin with some fine defensive support. A sparkling play here by the shortstop Izzy Galindo. Is he good? Yes, he is. The Mustangs get their only run as Mike Jelva sneaks it through the right side. Dylan Lawler scores to make it 3-1 Lancers in the fourth. St. Francis loading the bases in the bottom of the fourth. Ryan Jeffries at the plate, and he gets a clutch base hit, roping it to the right side with the bases loaded. Scoring is Kamak. Here comes Peter Halpern with the head first slide, and it's 5-1 Lancers. Later same inning, Cole Sperling sends this one deep to right center. One hop to the fence. Scoring is Momo Wilmer and Jeffries. 7-1 St. Francis, and the Lancers go on to win at the final 7-1. Jeffries talks after the game about the big tournament win.
It's huge, you know, middle of the year, right before we get back in the league, a lot of great teams came out, so it was really big to take it to these teams.
Talk about what this is all going to mean now going into league play, the heart of league play starting next year.
It's big. We've been playing good baseball. We just got to get healthy and keep it rolling for the second half.
The Santa Clara Bruins playing host to rival Wilcox in the Battle of Santa Clara. Bruin hurler Catherine Caravallo was dominating early, striking out 8 of her first 11 batters. Bottom of the second, Wilcox flashing some leather. Dina Peterson, Savannah Ramon, Amanda McDowell double play to end the inning. Nobody on for Victoria Latz in the bottom of the fourth when she hits one deep to right center, and no one's going to get a hold of that one. Latz strolls into second. A pass ball puts her at third when Tran drops one in front of the center fielder. She grabs herself an RBI and the lead 1-0. Now bottom of the 5th, this time it's Sierra Trujake going deep at 2 hops the fence. She has herself a double. Trujake travels to third on an error, and Navia Teyama gets an RBI infield hit. Bruins would take the 3-0 lead into the 7th, but Wilcox's runners on first and second. Tying run at the plate with Dina Peterson ropes one down the right field line. Peterson coming in clutch with the triple, representing the tying run, but pitcher Caravallo gets the next batter to fly out to center, and the Santa Clara Bruins take the game 3-2 behind a strong outing from Caravallo.
The Harker School honors athletes who perform well in the classroom every week. This week's Scholar Athlete is Leland lacrosse player Anaga Thiagarajan. Anaga is a star in the classroom with a 3.9 GPA and is headed to Michigan next year on an academic scholarship.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates its middle school speech and debate team. The middle schoolers compete against high schoolers and recently had 5 finalists and 8 semifinalists in 11 events at the Santa Clara University Speech and Debate Invitational. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
Once again this season, Adobe brings us advice on how to use their software to make great highlight reels and team video.
Here's this week's Adobe tip.
If you want to put yourself or your subject over your video, using a green screen is a great way to do it. You can buy a green screen in various shapes and sizes online. When you set it up, try and make sure the screen is perfectly smooth and well lit. Then make sure your subject is well lit also without putting shadows on the screen. Premiere Pro has a great tool called Ultra Key. This makes it easy to remove the green area, leaving only your subject over the background of your choice. Another way, the Adobe Creative Cloud makes it easy to create great videos. Coming up, Mount Hamilton Division Baseball as Leland meets Brandon.
But first, here's the World Games Top 10 Baseball Poll.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Drive a little, save a lot. By Club Sport at the Sportsplex. Live healthy. And by the Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pizzine in Palo Alto, and I'm a proud supporter of Bay Area high school sports.
Hi, my name's Ed Graziani from Los Altos. I'm proud to support high school athletics on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Back at Levi Stadium with the Leland Chargers off to a hot start in league play with sophomore Lucas Marizzi hitting .423 for the Chargers.
The Chargers taking on league rival Branham this week. The Bruins at 2-2 to start league with an outstanding sophomore of their own. Sita Shiratori is hitting .455 coming into this game played on Wednesday.
The Leland Chargers ready to go as they meet the Branham Bruins. The Chargers in charge early as the sophomore Lucas Marizzi shoots this one down the line and right. That's a double for Marizzi, who scores on an error, 1-0 Leland. Leland playing some tough D behind starter Michael Garcia. This is shortstop Trevor Johannes with a fine play and a nice scoop at first by Justin Coons. Still 1-0 in the third. Branham's Noah Contreras pulls this one down the line, and it's going to roll a while. Contreras in at second with a double. He later scored on a sac fly, and we're tied at 1-1. But in the fourth, Leland gets it back on one swing of the bat. It's the power-hitting shortstop Johannes blasting it over the left field fence. 2-1 Leland on the Johannes home run. Leland with a runner at third in the fifth as the pitch gets away. Scoring is Anthony Sortino, and it's 3-1 Leland, but the Bruins come back. Runners at first and second, 2 out, as Evan Bartlett floats a single to right. We're going to have a play at the plate. Here comes the throw. Here comes Henry Wright. The ball gets away, and Henry is safe to make it 3-2. Runners at the corners for Branham in the seventh. The pitch gets away. Here comes Troy Richards, and we're tied at 3-all. We go to the 10th inning as Justin Coons sends a rocket to deep left. One hop to the fence. It's a stand-up double. Coons later scores on a sac fly as Leland wins it to go 4-1 in league play. 3 players with 2 hits for the Chargers. The Los Altos girls lacrosse team having a fine season once again this year.
The Eagles meeting with 99-7 now Strawberry at the Reagan Center to talk about it earlier this week.
We're at the Reagan Center, Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved.
The Eagles have landed. I'm surrounded by the Los Altos High School girls lacrosse team. And let's talk to Jaslyn, because interesting thing about Los Altos lacrosse, this is a brand new program for the school.
Yeah, it is. It actually started 3 years ago, and I was a sophomore when I heard about it, and now I'm a senior.
So you've been involved in all 3 years of the team's existence. All 3 years have been varsity because there's no JV, right?
Correct. So everyone kind of just jumps in varsity.
So let's talk about the program. Let's go over to Lily. You guys do a real good job of taking brand new athletes who are new to lacrosse and incorporating that incorporating them into the program and making them top scorers? How do you guys do that?
Yeah, well, we are, we have no JV team, so it's a mixture of girls from, well, different levels, obviously, and so we have some girls who have played before, and we kind of like help mentor them and stuff. And also we got a new coach 2 years ago, and she's really helped whip us into shape and stuff, and our stick skills and stuff.
Whip us into shape. Sounds brutal. Sounds brutal. All right. So this squad has a fire meme group chat, okay, just so you know. But, Katie, what else brings you guys together? There's this Olympics that you go head-to-head with the guys. What's that about?
Yeah. Well, every year we do a LAX Olympics, Lacrosse Olympics, and we have 4 teams. We all compete. And last year I was heading the Greece team, and we took home gold. It's a largely disputed topic on our team, but it's really brought us together every year.
And I'm going to assume that nobody takes it easy on the other team. It's 100% all out, right?
Yeah, just like the memes, all out.
She wanted to bring up the memes so bad. All right, guys, my name is Strawberry from 99.7 Now. I'll be on all morning this week, actually. Tune in at 6 in the a.m. But right now, Eagles, take it away.
All right, guys, Eagles on Eagles on 3. 1, 2, 3, Eagles! DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to
the Sarah Padres. Bases loaded, bottom of the 8th. Christopher Fung gets hit by the pitch, and that's a walk-off. His team was very happy about it. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play, but maybe not.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rica Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Juan Pablo Ricciardo. Today's training tip of the day is world's greatest stretch. We're going to begin by having Mark take a big step out with his left leg. Okay, he's going to drop his hips down. We're looking for a straight line from his heel through his hips to his head. He's going to take the same side arm, drop that elbow down on the instep inside of that leg. From here, he's going to reach that same arm up to the ceiling, allow his eyes to follow his hand, hold for a couple seconds. Now he's going to take that arm, drop it down on the outside of his leg. He's going to raise his hips up to the ceiling, straightening out his front leg, driving his heels into the ground. Hold for a couple seconds, and now he's going to drop the back knee down to the floor, pick his chest up in a good strong lunge position as if you're about to accelerate out. Then he's going to stand up onto that front leg. He's going to take a step back and repeat with the other leg.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a backpack, and an invitation to our 49ers Prep End of the Season Awards Banquet right here at Levi's Stadium, May 21st.
We'll show you some really good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
We start with Sebastian Palma from Antioch. A nice catch, and he picks up the runner at first. Looks like he's on the football field. Nice play there. Valeria Torres Colon from Amador Valley with an inside the park home run for the Dons. She's going to run around for a while. A big play and a big game for Amador Valley. Here's Ryan Grove for Daugherty Valley. A great play in right field. As he comes in, gets it on one hop, throws to first, and gets the out at first base. Max Macelo from Foothill with the bases loaded. He lays down a perfect bunt to score the run. The suicide squeeze, number 15 doing it well. A great play here at third base. That's Nico Capsaliaris from Freedom getting the stab and getting the out. But the play of the week goes to Jackson Ernst from Monta Vista. The ball hits off his chest. He runs it down, picks it up, underhands the throw to first, and gets the out at first base for this week's Play of the Week. That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to join us next week to meet a soccer player and her story of overcoming Bell's palsy. We'll see you then.